Yo, you listening to the Oprah Rose Show with TT and Gigi, and yeah, get it poppin'.
Thoughts. Everything begins with thoughts.
She's a slut, she's a hoe, she's this, she's that.
We say to girls, you can have ambition, but not too much.
It's about people being uncomfortable with women owning their sexuality.
What is the truest, highest vision that you hold for yourself?
I'm a real ass bitch, and I'm gonna get everything that I'm gonna get on my own.
I know for sure. You don't get what you wish for. You get what you believe.
Hi. Hi, guys.
What's up? What's up?
I'm TT.
I'm Gigi.
And I'm Didi.
And this is episode 240 of the Oprah Rose Show.
Boom, 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 boom.
In person.
In person.
Again.
Shout out to Mandii and Full Court Pumps. Like
We must take a second out.
The doll.
So we are recording in Mandii's studio, Full Court Pumps.
Very new,
Yeah.
very posh, very chic.
So chic. Like, hit her up for all of, or someone up for all of your podcasting needs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We got
it's
gift
so
bags.
Cute. Gift bags, multiple setups,
Liquor.
Like-
libations.
The
Like-
bathroom is very beautiful.
It
The
is.
bathroom
Clean,
is cute and clean.
It has a beautiful like air freshener.
Multiple air fresheners.
Multiple.
Yes.
Like
You know, it's the
it's
attention.
a woman's touch.
It's the attention to details for me.
It is.
Only a woman.
Someone
would do all
wiped
that.
our screen off before we started recording.
It's the details. It's really the details.
So that
for me.
fingerprints wasn't showing up on the television. Like,
We'll be back.
Thank you.
Look, we'll be back here, okay?
It's so cute. Yes. Shout out to Mandii for letting us record here.
Yeah.
It's super cute. And as always, like, subscribe, rate, tell a friend, write in any of your questions, comments, concerns to the Oprah Rose Show at gmail.com.
Yes.
Please.
Now. Jing, show me a Coke.
Now.
It's
been a little
giving
quiet.
ahora. It's giving.
Okay, come on, Spanish.
It's giving. I know. I was like slightly on your trip, I guess.
Ciao. Yes, it was in Colombia and Cartagena.
Come on, Cartagena.
To be exact. Having many cervezas.
Yes.
Not
Although-
many. You was not
I
drinking
was
no
not having
cervezas.
beer, but when
Yeah, I
think
would say
of-
you was not drinking
but when-
cervezas. Like,
But when I think of I'm really bad at Spanish. Like I took French all through school, like through
You give me
middle
French.
school and
He definitely
and
does
in
give
college.
French.
So French is like what I know, but you gotta know your Spanish if
You
you
have
in
to.
if you're going
Colombia.
there, yeah.
Shout out to Google Translate because we
Yeah.
was doing the thing.
Be like, dame más beba.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Bebe.
Look, I was like, baño. Okay, baño. Thank
Not
you.
baño.
Donde está el
Not
baño?
baño. Like, he was BANYO.
Wow.
The little
baño.
what's this little thing called over top
Oh,
of it?
no,
I don't know what it's
girl.
called, but like none of that was
None
None of
happening.
that.
happening.
About
None of that.
asterisks
So
and
forgive me
shit.
with
Yeah.
my little bit of Spanish that I know, un poquito. But
Yeah, un más
Um,
poquito.
oh yeah, that's
Pero tú tratas.
But we had a good time celebrating 6'6" Poppy birthday. It was him and his friends and myself. And we were there for about almost 6 days. It was like a 6-day excursion.
Oh wow.
We were like
was wondering how
in
long.
the community.
Yes.
We kept saying we got scammed. Not necessarily scammed, Airbnb scammed, but they
It looked very beautiful.
it was
from
beautiful. The house was
Instagram.
beautiful, but
Okay.
it was very far away from what the city. It was far from the city action. So we were with the people.
Okay.
Our housekeeper was so sweet. She would cook us breakfast.
Yes.
And I remember one morning she made it with pollo, and we were like, no meat, and we were trying to convey that. And then the next morning she was like, all right, y'all said no meat, so we got cheese and plantains.
Not like the fried cheese.
Yeah.
The fried, yeah. It's
Not
like
even no
yeah.
rice.
Cheese and plantains. You said no meat, right?
That sounds like a stomach ache
And so
for me.
if anyone ever wants to go to Cartagena, it's a beautiful country. The people there are really, really nice. Our drivers were like, look, we know y'all from America. People gonna be on y'all. Like, we could be your drivers the whole time, and we could be your security. I'm like, security? But it wasn't like security in the sense of like I felt unsafe. But it was more so security of like, it's not a well-off country, so people are gonna want things from you and constantly ask for money and like
we're nice.
try to sell stuff to you, and
Yeah.
you know, prostitutes feeling on my nipples, trying to get a little
and that's your
something.
spot.
Right.
And I'm like,
Did you like it?
You could. They could have had some pussy for $25
Look.
too out there.
and I would just want. I didn't know how to say I'm gay in Spanish.
I'm dead.
Ooh, how do
But-
you say I'm gay in
I don't know how you say it.
Espanol?
Be like, hey
It probably-
Google, how do you
Right.
say?
Right. And I just want to be like, but you're so beautiful. Oh, you're so beautiful. But they would be on you, and plus, you know, 6'6" Poppy is 6'6". Like that's why his name is 6'6" Poppy.
Yeah.
It's
So
giving
it's like,
Dwight Howard is in the
Dwight
building.
Howard's in the building. Like, you,
oh my God, I know he got all the hoes.
but yeah, we had a good time. Did the little mud bath thing. We had boat day. You know, the girls love a good boat
You know
day.
we love a boat day.
Love a good boat day.
Can't do a trip. I can't do a summer without a boat day.
I mean, it's
actually.
the only way to do summer.
It's the only way.
Like we're booking
Did
our
you
own
summer
private.
if you didn't have a boat day?
No, you did not. At this stage of my life,
No.
no.
It was
I don't
like-
think I've summered yet.
You haven't.
I don't think I've had
you
a
got
boat
it.
day
You got
yet.
yeah.
You still got time?
Right. And
Oh,
you
yes,
do.
I do.
Yes, because it was given. How's your Wednesday going?
Right.
Read me.
No, not you. Just in general. You know, because I was on a
That's
boat.
okay. I received the read. I love
Right.
it.
The boat. We
that
always
me-
say that. We're like, it was a Monday. That was
Right,
like,
because that when
last
y'all
year.
did y'all's, it was like a
It was.
Monday.
Remember, mine was on a Monday. He's
Yeah.
like, he's like, you're on a boat on a Monday, and I'm at work. I was like,
on a Monday. Show off.
That's awesome.
But you
Did
know,
y'all go to the beach and have like any like fried fish or anything?
so
like
that is so funny. We did.
Isn't it amazing?
And so it's funny. We left the mud bath and we told our security that we wanted to go have food on the beach.
Yeah.
And I thought we was going to a beach club, like pull up, like
Oh, no, it's
pull
real
up, hop
regular,
out.
baby.
But we pulled up, hop out, and it was given like the people that live there are like, so what you want?
Yeah.
Like
They
yeah,
gonna get
very
the fish.
local.
they gonna
Yeah.
get the fish, and it was it took an hour, and he was like, no, it's made to order, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, y'all was really out there catching it.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. Like
It's
the food,
incredible.
it was probably the best food, like
Deadass.
first, second best food I had when I was there.
The local food
Yeah.
is, to me, it's way better. I don't care
it
where
was,
you go.
and it wasn't.
Every time.
It was,
It's always
everything
way
was the
better.
same in terms of like what we got in the
Right.
same
But it was
places.
like probably seasoned
It was
better, fresh.
seasoned. I
Yeah.
tore that shit up.
And I think it's something that you just
was
said
incredible.
that I feel like every time I travel, it's something that I have to kind of be cognizant of. Like you said, it took an hour for the food. And, you
Right.
know, we're so used to everything being
Like
like,
fast.
now.
Yeah.
And because that kept happening to us.
Right.
And then I was like, y'all, chill out. Like, we're also in this beautiful place. Like, it's going to take
We're
a
on the
little bit longer
beach.
to get, you know,
Yeah.
certain things. It's not like
Yeah.
some massive kitchen in the back, you know,
Right,
with like
right.
state of the art
They on
shit.
that little grill.
They was on
Yeah.
a little grill. Like,
Right.
and where they don't be thinking about how we do. Like, everything is so rush and fast, and I need it now. And they
Right.
like, you
Slow
sit down,
down.
just
Enjoy
literally
your
slow
drink.
down. Enjoy your drink.
Enjoy your
digest.
time with your friends.
Enjoy your time. Enjoy
I
your
think it was.
time.
I think it was also the girls were hungry.
Yeah. Oh no, I
Fair,
get that. It's,
fair.
It was our
it's-
first
yeah.
meal, and it was like 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I think it was one of those things. It was like the girls were hungry because we had
I
to
get
go early to that to do
To
that.
the okay.
So yeah, I had a really, really, really good time. I would say if anyone's wanting to book a trip to Cartagena, stay in the walls. If you're Googling, just Google like Cartagena and the walls, and that's like a thing. That's where all the fun is.
Well, I think also I feel like because we kind of had that happen to us on our trip that we were staying far away from all the
Wait, where'd
action
you go?
was. So, during the same time, actually, we had crossover. So I went to Turks for a birthday. You know,
Yes.
cancer season is cancering. My
Okay.
God,
We don't stop.
Don't,
She's coming
can't
to a
stop.
close.
Thank God.
It's done. That's tomorrow, right?
Is it?
Yeah, the 22nd.
Oh my God, is it the best season? Is it the best season coming up? Is it Leo
Because y'all
season?
are real loud about it.
Right.
Real
Listen,
loud about it.
Those memes that are like, here come them
them
damn Leos.
Yes, them damn Leos.
And it's like people like breaking down doors with like artillery and
I
shit.
mean-
with lions.
I will say,
with,
I mean,
with
maybe
full
I'm
press curls.
I don't think I'm that bad though. I don't think I'm that bad of like a birthday person.
Oh no.
No,
I
you
don't-
don't. You
I
just
don't
don't
think-
never what you want to
You're
do.
actually very an easy person to do birthday with.
Yeah, I don't think that's why I was like, I'm not that Leo. That's like, right. Like you said,
No.
I'm indecisive by nature. So I'm always just like, okay, how do I figure this out?
Yeah.
Like it's giving karaoke. Like I'm not doing no trip. Like I'm definitely not doing a trip. It's none of that. But
Right.
but no, I did, like I said, I went on a birthday trip to Turks. And I mean, Turks was amazing. You know, it was a lot to get there. We basically changed places maybe
sorry?
36 hours before we were about to depart.
Like location of where y'all was staying. What was the problem?
Because apparently it was far. Now, after
Mm.
going, I don't know if it was or was not, but it was very hard to get cabs. Like, we were taking cabs from, like, people's uncles and shit. And all I could think was like, no one wants this old pussy, so I'll be good. Like, nobody's gonna sex traffic me. Like, and I was
Pussy
like,
is pussy, baby.
but I was literally like, God protects fools and babies, and I'm both, so we should be all right. I mean, like, literally, you'd be in the club and be like, oh, is there a taxi? And somebody would try to find one, and it would be somebody's uncle, be like, come here, baby, I'll take you. Like, by
That's
day
so
four,
nice.
why I was like talking like a Caribbean woman and everything. I was like, literally, I had an accent. And I was like, what are you doing? I was like, what is wrong?
Not you tapping into your roots.
I literally was like trying to eat, and I was like, "Where's the cheese and crackers?" Like I was like, "Why?" They were like, "What?" I was like, "Oh my god, y'all, why am I talking?" Like I thought I was a Caribbean woman, you know? Because again, it started off a little rough. Like I felt like we were profiled in the airport. Like they only took all of us for like random searching. They let every white person go through, and I mean, and it got to the point that even the lady was kind of like, she was like, "Girl, just go." Because I think she knew. And I was like, how is it random if it's a group of 6 and we all get stopped? And then I watched her pick every single, it was basically any girl with braids. The girl was like, oh, get in this other line. So when I kept seeing the line get filled up with black girls with braids,
Oh my god!
I was like, hold on. I was like, that's not
into
random.
the country?
Yes.
Damn.
And I was like, but that's not random. You let, and then like literally, so she could
Meanwhile,
hear
the white
us.
people the ones carrying all the drugs
All the
and
stuff,
arsenal.
exactly.
They the ones committing all the AR-15 murders.
They didn't want to have all the shit.
Y'all don't watch the news?
She literally, so I think she heard us and would put like a POC, not even white though. She would put like a non-black, because I don't think black is POC really. So she would put a POC in the line. I felt like just to like get us to calm down. So I was already kind of like,
right, because if
this
it's
is starting out
random,
really
it should
rough.
be one of y'all technically.
That's what we said.
It's not
it should
all
have been
6 of
one.
us.
Because literally, I was the last person,
Yeah.
and then I was like, "Oh, look at me!" I was like, "Oh my god, VIP treatment! Yes, like we get a faster line." And they were combing through, like took out every piece. She was opening up like my like foundation, like they were.
What are you
They were
looking
going through
for
our
at
shit
that
like
point?
it was Rikers.
Drugs?
Wow.
They were like really.
Meanwhile,
into
them
our
white
stuff.
bitches fucking had drugs in their hair. I seen it on
Exactly.
TikTok.
Hair, tampons, like whatever. So once we finally got settled, because like I said, it kind of did
I'm
put
sorry,
a very
y'all.
bad taste, to start off
Turks,
the trip.
don't hurt the people who come and visit you and give you money.
Right,
Okay.
right,
Look,
exactly.
you
It's
want-
us. Like,
Tourism
stop
is
it.
your number one
and
import.
And Turks is very expensive. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I also thought it was gonna be a little bit more whitewashed than what it was.
Yeah.
It was definitely more black, but apparently there was a Baltimore promoter throwing a party there at the same time.
Did you go?
So I sure did. I had the time of my life, Sean. I had a ball.
I know that's right.
It was like an
Hilarious.
all-white party at a place called Shisha, and I kept saying
Okay.
it like
Where is
saucy.
Shisha?
Literally, I was like, we
Looking
have to
for
get
a thick
Shisha.
bitch named Keisha.
Hey.
Wild ass
So,
bitch.
like,
I don't need no housekeeper.
and that was like the spot. It was a spot called Shisha. And we went there actually to like ring in the birthday. And then it's so funny. You know how you're with a group and like some of the group, they're like, oh, we want to go home. So at one point I look over at our friend and she's smoking her shisha and like downing her drink, but like this, like doing one and one. And I was like, let's stay.
Wow.
We stayed out that bitch till like 4 a.m. or
I
something
love
like
that.
that.
That's the way to do
That's how we
it.
got somebody's uncle to take us home because
Yeah.
we went to an after hours.
Come on, the
And
afties.
yeah, we were in somebody else's car because we were with someone that I know's cousin. Like it was a whole thing.
Wow.
But we had a ball.
Baltimore showed up and
Baltimore
Turks.
showed up and showed out. Lots of
Damn.
BC powder.
So did they take y'all weed if they was going through in your backwoods?
well,
If they was
nobody
going through your
technically,
stuff?
I guess. Well, I did not bring my weed this time, but I guess technically, we were a little afraid. But had
within
we've definitely
reason.
bought my backwoods
Yes.
and
Wow.
my weed and everything.
I'm
you know,
like, is
to have a-
weed legal down there? Probably not.
Oh.
I don't know.
We should be
But
legal
Backwoods
everywhere.
is, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Backwoods
'Cause
always.
how else am I supposed to roll it up?
Exactly.
Look, you should have took the banana. We got some right over there.
Yeah.
If
I
you're
have to
watching on
bring it.
YouTube, you can see the banana.
Okay.
You can see the
Look,
banana.
one day we
backwards.
got to get G to do another demonstration for the dolls to
I
learn how to
do.
break it on
I do.
down.
The girls kind of ate me up for splitting it, but I was like, that was kind of how I learned.
But somebody
Right.
actually told me they appreciated you splitting it because they said you split it so eloquently. And someone actually told
But
me
I also,
that.
it's kind of, I don't want to say wasteful, but when you split it, you kind of do need another one that's like unrolled for any like error. However, for that one, I didn't have error, so it was fine for the split.
like you did it eloquently.
Yeah.
Come on, elegant roll. You know those things that be like, she's a 10, but she overthinks or whatever. I saw one that was like, she's a 10, but she doesn't know how to roll a backwood.
They're not
Like-
easy.
It's not
Right.
easy. I
I
learned
need
on
to
a
learn.
blunt, so me doing backwood is like nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing.
on.
Yeah,
Well, yes. We love a backwood.
we
child.
do.
But yeah, I mean, and also keep the party going even post vacation. But I think also part of the conversations I feel like always on social media are like that girls can't take trips, or that I don't know. Do they say that about
the gays?
About the gays, can y'all take trips?
So the girls too. So
okay, there's always a thing that nobody.
Yes, we're the girls too.
That nobody can take trips because or it's like one person doesn't have money, or you come back and you're not friends, or
I've never been in that situation before where you come back and you're not friends. Thank the
Neither have
Lord.
I.
Yeah, no, I haven't
Thank the
either.
Lord. But
I also have a very good discernment about friendships.
Same.
So
Yeah.
and I am definitely the who all gonna be there person. And if not, I'm also gonna dip the fuck out.
Yep,
I'm gonna get out of Dodge.
Right.
So I've never I actually said that jokingly to somebody, because again, like I said, we lost the house, and it was kind of the preparation for our trip 2 days out or 36 hours before. It was very rocky, and I was like, it's not even
hours before you
36.
leave.
Okay.
Somebody was like, "Oh, can y'all get a PCR test?" I said, "Where? Why? Because I don't have a place to wash my ass, lay my head. You think I'm worried about a PCR test
not
right
at this moment. PCR. What is that?
Somebody
literally
requested that.
Yeah, yes, and yes.
Bitch,
Somebody
don't
that
come,
was on the
bitch.
trip wanted everybody to go get a PCR test.
And I was literally like,
36
I'm not doing
hours
that.
before.
I'm not doing that. I literally had to just be like,
If you're gonna make an outlandish request, you also need to come with solutions and be like, "Hey, I
have
know
a
this is
home
very
test.
last minute, but I have XYZ to accommodate this request."
Right.
Bring home tests for
But and here go
everybody.
me, because they kept calling me the planner. So I was like, well, do we need it to get into the country? And they were like, no, because I had a whole itinerary of this and pick up and da-da-da. So I was like, where I was right now, COVID test, we didn't need it. So I didn't include it. So I felt as though if it was not on the itinerary, we didn't need to do it.
Are you vaccinated?
Yeah, I was literally so then I found that she is around younger kids and she's never had COVID. And I was like, I'm safe. I've had it twice. I probably have it right now. So I'm okay.
I mean, I understand the concern. COVID is still around. It's still a real thing. But to G's point, where's the solution, baby? It's 36
because
hours
you knew you was going to Turks for weeks now.
At least bring it up a week ago.
I think, well, technically she did, but everybody paid it to us. And I also no shade, I knew I wasn't going. So it was I'm not doing that. I've had a bunch of out-of-pocket insurance bills, and I just did not need another one. And I was just like, I'm not even doing that.
Yeah,
I will give you this rapid though. But no, I was saying that, all of the conversations around, friendships and harder things, and I guess things that happen amongst
On
a
trips.
trip. Yeah.
Well, let me ask
a
y'all
trip or
this.
in general.
Let me ask this. That is a question that I'm gonna propose this. When you're going to a restaurant, right, on a group trip, at the end when the bill comes, does one person pay or do we split it amongst everybody? What's y'all
So I feel like
preference?
I just got to the one person pays because it's a lot easier to square up at the end. Typically if it's we're going to dinner on a Friday night, everybody pays.
But
Also,
we're
always
also
think
in
about-
a foreign country. Not foreign, but
where
you
they're
know,
not doing all that.
where
So
they're not
yes,
doing
I agree.
8
I think
cards.
one person pay
Right.
and then we just square up.
Or is it the
I
same?
also think it depends, because sometimes I've been in groups where it's one person I got it, just
Pays the whole thing.
yeah, they just pay the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm not doing that, but I'll pay it and I'll pay it. And
I know
get
that's
square
why I'm trying to go on the trips with Gigi. Who don't want that motherfucking trip?
Where the hood niggas at?
Just who on that trip?
Right. Yeah, I feel okay, men. Now, if I've been on a trip with men, I feel yes, they always gonna do that. In platonic friends, right?
Yeah.
Straight men. Straight men are always gonna do
But
that.
also more
regardless.
intimate groups. You don't give yourself enough credit, because there have been plenty of times where I
Intimate.
go to dinner with you and you be like, I got it.
But that's me and you. I'm thinking of 8 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Oh,
like
yeah,
a
no.
table
Just
of
you and
8.
I. Yeah. No, that's different.
When
but
that
8
bill
people,
is about $600-700.
Yeah.
6, 7. Yeah, I think
Yeah, the
it's...
conch shack was running like a band.
Fallon was the one who kind of initiated that. The first time I seen somebody really kind of put their foot down with some shit like that, she was the one we not doing that. Y'all just Venmo me. It's one card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Especially in those big groups. Remember we went on a trip
She
with
was
15 people.
Yes.
You can't, that's crazy.
crazy.
You know, one
put it
person
on,
just pays.
And then it should be a different person each
Yeah.
time when you go somewhere.
yeah.
So
Get
here's
your
the thing.
points.
I will say
whatever.
this. No, I think that gets a little tricky because, for instance, I'm very close to 2 people on the trip that we went out with, but I don't really know everybody else's financial situation. So if somebody obviously offers it up, like I'm not gonna expect it because again, I don't know your situation.
Why you come on a trip?
Well, no, I mean like you might not have a credit card. Like actually, some people in this day and age, like
Unfair. Okay,
you know
I'm
what I
being
mean?
unfair.
Like
I hear you.
they don't. So I'm not gonna like. I think the person that low key, and then I was thinking, I was like, the person that this day birthday needs to be putting the shit, but then you don't want to like deal
Make
with
the
that.
birthday person.
Yeah, you don't want to make the birthday person go through all that. But like,
Right.
I, honestly, like I took on that initiated role. Was like, okay, cool. I done already put the boat into this and this. Like, let me just, I'm gonna take care of like all the dinners, and it's just easier for us to square up at the end of the, you know, I like the end of the trip or whatever kind of thing. So,
I mean, that's fair. But I do like the 1 card route because doing 8 cards, and we also just talked about like we're in.
But
these
how do you
countries
have that conversation? So that's what I wanted to get to. How do you?
I just hand the check.
No, but
to
how?
somebody.
If it's like no, but if let's say if you're not and getting to these hard conversations with,
I think it's something
friends.
that you establish immediately if you can, especially under the sensitivity of it's like friends who may not be your friends, but y'all have the same friend. Because I feel like we experienced this when we went to Utah last year, and I don't remember the specific app that we used, but shout out to former guest member.
That app was amazing.
Yes, but that was like
literally
in the planning instructions. Like if you RSVP'd and said you were going to attend, like when they sent house accommodations, who you were rooming with, itinerary, it was like, please download this app. This is a very big group. This is how we're able to, you know, gather all the money at the end. And,
oh, wow.
And we had to
and you had to, because I remember I was trying to fight it, and I was like, just give me your Venmo.
Like you had
and he was like, no, can you please get the app? And I respected it, because I was like, okay, no,
And
sorry,
so
my bad.
you put somebody who paid would go into the app, say I paid this amount. And
your
then
Venmo's linked to it.
Oh, and then you would just click,
and everyone
like,
has visibility of it. So it's like you can't hide behind like, oh, this person didn't pay that person.
I may have missed somebody.
It was like a real
and it was
life
established in the beginning. So I think that's a nice way to set it. Yes.
But see, that, because it was so many people, I thought that was perfect. Because that's what I'm saying. There was like 6 people.
I need to know what this app is.
Yeah, like the 6 people thing, right? Because nobody, actually now, even that, I definitely sat through and went through my credit card statements and everything today, though, and figured that out.
Yeah, I need to actually sit and do that. Because I was actually putting my card down, because it was also my man's birthday. So like, I just am going to take on the brunt of whatever. But everybody's going to send me, and only Apple Pay was working. So after a while, it was like all the money was hanging out in my Apple Pay account. So I was just moving money around in Apple Pay.
Splitwise. That is the name of the app.
Yeah. Oh, no, see, we didn't. It's like, let's square up after. Like, I don't even need it right now. I'm not pressed. Like,
oh, no, I need it while we're at the table.
Oh,
because
I heard that.
I need to know if somebody didn't pay.
So, no,
unless you let me know. Like, just let me know if you can't do it right now. That's
dead.
Cool, too.
No, mine, I'm still not paid. But I also said,
let's
wait.
That cha-ching from everybody's phone.
You're still not paid.
But I literally, like, I'm locked out of my PayPal because I've been doing, I guess, too much shit. And I literally said to her, I was like, I can't do it right now. Let me tomorrow. So no, I'm still not paid because I also need one amount.
She's like, I'm locked out of my PayPal.
Oh, no, my PayPal's absolutely giving scam. And then she locked out of her Venmo. So that's what I said. I said, oh, we down bad, child.
That's hilarious.
Oh, y'all sending money.
Yeah, I was like, we down. You know, the dolls are down. We are down bad.
But I mean, I think to y'all point, having that conversation, because money conversations are tough. Even if it's your friend, your man, your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, there's always tough conversations. So I think even like looking back and being like, yeah, we'll all use one card. I think just saying that initially, like,
okay, let me take it a step further. How do you? I feel like there's money conversations as it relates to work. No one is. I think it's very hard. We're never taught to like advocate for ourselves for money, and like when we need more money, like at work, how do you ask for more money?
It's funny. I'm actually gonna have this conversation next week.
And like, so what is the basis of the conversation of like needing more money? Yeah, I want to be appreciated.
I mean, the basis of the conversation for me, at least in that situation of asking for more money, is like, I'm just a resource for all of y'all. And like, everyone can identify that, and there's no way you could deny this. So it's like, I don't even give a fuck about a title. It's not that for me. Like, it's money.
Is there a certain percentage that you're asking for, like, that relates to the time length that you've been there?
I haven't even thought about the percentage. I haven't even thought about how much I want. I just need to have the initial conversation that this should be a thing, because I don't know that we're
you should approach that with your dollar amount in case they ask you how much. But also, while you have their like while you have their ears.
Yeah.
Like, and have your case study, to be honest. Like, I was taught that when you want to go in and negotiate, like, especially if you've been with a company, because the thing is that they need to keep retention to some degree.
Right.
Right. And the reality is that you can leave your current job and you can go somewhere else and make a significant amount more money. You know?
Oh, for sure.
You can get the promotion, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. They know this, but there's also a specific amount of money that they have to invest to recruit. And so it's like, okay, if I leave, you're going to put 5%, however much it costs to fill this position on top of like actually filling it. Meanwhile, you could just really give me that. And here are the list of reasons why. These are the things that I've added. This is not inclusive of what my roles and responsibilities are. These are the extra things that I've took on to increase my workload. This is how I'm utilizing these departments, blah, blah, blah. Like, you literally have to state your case and then say, I want X amount of dollars to compensate for that.
Yeah.
Now I was told no, but
look,
but thank you. Like
but it was because they was already giving me a raise, and I was like, nah, that's not enough.
That's not enough.
But I think you have to ask because, as I've said before, because I have been in every single solitary role that I've had, I've been lowballed in every job. But before, it was also like, you have not because you asked not. Like, I literally was not asking for more money. And like you were saying about the dollar amount, you know, it's like when you break down, let's say they're like, sure, we're going to give you $5,000 extra. That's going to be $30.29.
After
after taxes, like it's nothing. And even low key, $10,000 isn't a lot of money.
$120.
Nope.
Like exactly, like that's what I'm saying. Go in there with like your like exact number.
So to y'all point, thank y'all both, because this is literally happening next week in like development conversations, because it's like the value is there. Like, y'all need to pay.
Right.
And
honestly,
so I think it's just like
I would have a
listing
PowerPoint presentation.
Really?
That was what I had.
Shut up. I mean, I'm in
They gave
it
me a
too.
raise. It was a $15K raise, but I wanted a $25K raise. I was going for it.
Yeah.
But I knew that that was something that they could accommodate, and they chose not to. So, but I had everything in order. Like, I had a fucking 3 slides for their ass to show them like why. And then I also had somebody who would vouch for me, who I didn't report directly into him. I guess it was more so like inadvertently. Yeah. But I had him to also support that, you know? Yeah. So it's worth it. It's just you go in like, buttoned up, and then we're Black. We have to just always be extra on our P's and Q's.
Yeah, I think so. I have to have the same conversation, but it's with someone that's never gonna read it. Like, I already know my like. You know, sometimes you gotta know your audience. Yeah, and it's like, and it has to be so concise. Like, I know I got you for 2 minutes. Yeah. So let's just drive this point home and I can like. It's very valid what I need to say. Yeah. And like you said, and I know my dollar amount, right? I'm going and I know exactly.
For you, it might just
like
be
we've already
bullet points.
Yeah, we've already been going back and forth. So this is like the final one because we've already been in negotiation. So it's very much like we have to get here now. Like, and I think I've always been afraid to have that conversation because it's like, well, what if I'm gonna get like fired? It's like you're not even gonna get fired for asking for more money. You won't. And I think I used to feel like that. No. Yeah. I used to feel like I'm gonna lose my job if I ask for more money. Yeah. It's like that's not especially these this Gen Z and this younger generation and white people are just so entitled and are absolutely gonna ask you for whatever they want.
Absolutely, and
get it.
If they ain't getting it there, they getting it somewhere else.
Yeah, and get it. So,
because all this shit is a game, and I've been having this conversation so much this week around like just figuring out the corporate game, and I'm like, I'm so tired of playing the game, bitch. It's always chess and not checkers. Like, bitch, I ain't good at chess. Bitch, I just want to have fun and play Connect 4. Like, the fuck?
I watched that Supreme Team documentary last night, and they're playing chess, and I was like, I really want to learn how to play chess because they talk about you constantly have to see 5 moves ahead of you. And it's the same thing like career-wise. You have to. And like you said, it's literally never going to stop. Like, and that's the part that I think people fail to realize. Like, you're like, well, if I get in here and I'm just gonna do my job and do a good job, and they're gonna see it and they're gonna give me money. And it's like,
they just gonna be like, oh, she doing. How we make her a workhorse?
Now let me give you more work. Yeah, they're not. So you have to
let me give you more work.
Let me give you more work. So like, you absolutely have to advocate for yourself
every time.
Yeah, absolutely.
This America, this capitalism, honey. They gonna use you and abuse you and walk over you the second you are burnt out.
Yep.
The very second.
And that, I mean, that's a very real thing. Like, I thought burnout was part of the process. I thought it was supposed to happen. It was like, well, you work hard, you be tired. But it's like a tired that, you don't even want to get up. Yeah. And like,
because that tired takes you away from everything else.
Everything.
And then the job becomes you.
Yep. Yeah.
And that's not what the job is supposed to be. You're supposed to shut that shit off at whatever time, 5 p.m. Shut it off 5 p.m. But, sometimes these jobs be going a little later.
I love when that. Yeah, I love when people can say that when they like. I think certain jobs, and I think there's a balance to it, right? Like I don't even put on that DND or whatever. Like there are 6 text messages over here that when we get done, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna respond. It's late, right?
Right.
But there are something. I think for me, I pick and choose what to respond to.
Well, you're also in a role in an industry that just doesn't stop.
It does. Yeah, exactly.
So I think it's also
not
understanding that and. There's still boundaries and creating those boundaries.
And you have to. And that's also the part that people don't understand. Like somebody came to me, they were like, I feel like you do a really good job with balance. How do you? And I was like, do I? Because I respond every single solitary time. So like, how do you know that I actually, I was like, I also just don't get as stressed out as y'all. But like, I've also
just not
learned.
Wearing it. You're
not
wearing
exactly.
it on
it's
your,
like,
on your
no.
face, on your sleeves.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you aren't stressed. It doesn't mean that you don't have a lot on your shoulders.
Right.
Or that you have any sense of balance. I don't even think that balance exists. I think that it's a lie. It's just you take from some other place. You borrow from another place.
Like people can't multitask. I don't think anybody really can multitask.
No, it doesn't exist.
Because you have to take from something to do something.
And you should be present.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you should be
doing
present.
multiple things at the same time. Like your mind don't work that way. While the world has advanced
Meanwhile,
and we got technology.
I think I have it down to a science. Like only with work though. When I say that, let me be clear.
Preface because
I'm actually. So wait, there is actually
mind the business that pays you.
No, I mean I think. So this is the thing. I think when it comes to really demanding jobs, like the only way that you're really effective and good at it, you have to learn how to multitask. Like you have to low key be good at. I can be really, really good right here. And, and I'm not saying that there's not a part that's gonna like falter a little bit, but like I'll literally be talking to somebody and I'll be sending an email, right? And I'm like, and I literally tell them all the time, I'm listening to you. And I do. I'm listening.
So we're not saying that it's not capable, but it's not 100%. And that is the reality of the work.
No,
that's the reality of a task.
Right,
it's like, are you getting it done? Or are you giving 100%?
Right.
So
I'm trying to find this article.
You're capable of doing multiple things
she said,
at one time.
I'm trying to find this article, sorry. And she said sorry because she wasn't paying attention.
Exactly. That's
like,
that's
what we're talking about.
I know, but at the same time, I didn't want to be rude.
So you're getting it done, but it's not efficient.
Right.
You know, it's effective.
You're tuning into that for a moment so you can find it.
Fucking America. Fucking capitalism.
But
I've been capitalized.
What we have to do, though. No, it's
bitch, I've been capitalized.
Unfortunately, it's what we have to do.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's like a lot. And like, how do you feel about multitasking with a kid? Like, your job also now is not necessarily 24/7, but it's nights and weekends.
Because I'm on the celebrity facing side. It is. It takes up a lot more time than my job before.
So how do you find the time to multitask between kid, fiance, and yourself?
I mean, myself is a very, 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 very small percentage. So it's like myself is meditating 10 minutes in the morning. That's it. If I can get that. But if I work out, I can get that. That's it though. Okay. And even during the workout, I'm responding to people. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, you borrow from different spaces. So right now I'm borrowing from the space of me. But when I wasn't working, I was really filling that space up.
Right.
I was spending a lot of time with myself. So it's okay. I can borrow from that. Right. When my daughter needs me, then I have to borrow from like the space of the time that I would give with, in my relationship. It's like that has to take the pause. When work is demanding, then I'm borrowing from the time and space. Like I'm traveling right now, so I'm not with my family, so I'm borrowing from the time spent with my family so that I could pour 100% into my work. And that's kind of how it goes. You're just going to borrow. There's no 50-50 that doesn't exist. So I really wish people would stop saying that. It doesn't. It does not exist.
It doesn't.
You just find moments where you can create a boundary and it's not inhibiting anybody.
Right.
And you find a way to focus and zero in on this specific moment.
I love that you also use the word borrow, right? That because it is all borrowed time. Because now that I agree with, like you said, it's definitely not going to be 50-50. Even I never read that Shonda Rhimes book, like the Year of Yes. But that's what she constantly said. She's like, if I'm not at work, if I am at work, I'm not with my kid. If I'm with my kid, I'm not focused on work. So that whole like 50-50 is not like, it's really not real. Because the quote actually I was trying to find was redefining what 40 looked like. I still haven't read the article, but literally just like the quote from it, and it's from, I can never pronounce Nikki's last name, but we were told we could have it all, but nobody mentioned that we would have to totally redefine what it all looked like. And I think, coming up, you're like...
You posted that or tweeted that.
I did, yeah. And so, because you think you're like...
I'm sorry to deviate. You've been tweeting and putting a lot of inspirational stuff up recently.
I mean, when I do it, I'm talking to myself.
She do that all the
and
time.
I do it all the time. I usually...
But it has been heavy in the last couple weeks.
I start my morning...
Or maybe it's been hitting me.
Or it's been hitting. Because when I post it, I'm literally talking to myself.
She posting a quote every day.
I literally post a quote every single
time. Like, I be reading
day.
it like,
Nah, it's just hitting.
They've been hitting.
They just been hitting.
Like lately, I was like, these are a little different. I don't know.
It's a little different.
Let me wait till I see my sister on the show to ask what's going on. Is she all right? You all right?
Yeah. Well, a lot of them are very specific. So, duh. But,
you all right?
But anyway, life's good. Pussy great. Whatever fuck you
Pussy
saying.
black. Look,
whatever Glorilla be saying.
Slip and slide, bitch.
Okay. No, but yeah, I do. I post a quote like every Monday morning. I always have I like to do a morning.
So every Monday morning
I do. I try to actually post one every morning.
Yeah, no,
but
it's
usually whatever resonates with me. But I like to start off my mornings. I always like to start off my first thing.
And is
as
this
a quote.
On your Explore page, or you save them?
Yeah, I just have honestly, I'll just see it in the morning. Sometimes I save them. Sometimes I just go through. I see. I'll be like, oh, it hit. Let me post. And so that's how that was for me. Like I literally have the article.
Yeah.
It hit.
I be reading them.
Like it hit.
Yeah,
like I love me a We the Urban and like.
Yeah.
But Nikki's thing like that, because especially 40, like most of us are. Not most, but like a lot of people are going to be, whether it's starting families or really like getting in your career and starting these families post 40, where, when you were 21, you probably thought 40 was like the oldest shit in the world. That was like ancient, where it's like now, like I thought about it the other day. If I want 2 children that are not twins, I absolutely probably am going to be starting a family at 40 or like having a second kid at 40. Yeah. Where before it was like, I thought I was going to have kids at 27. Yeah. So you have all of these ideals.
I'll absolutely have a second kid at 40.
Yeah, like you're kind of like
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're like, oh, this is how I thought it would be, and it doesn't. And then you kind of, I think, because I did for a second, I actually had this conversation actually, and I was like, I don't think you can have it all. And I think having it also with a therapist, she was like, no, you have to figure out what it all, and that's why I love that quote again, because I've talked to myself. That's why I loved it.
So what's your it all?
I think it was supposed to look, honestly, like some Truman Show shit. Like it was supposed to be like this, like perfect for me. And it like a perfect setup and like the perfect home and the perfect job and career and everything was just like easy or it was with ease. Let me be clear. It was with ease. It wasn't like hard and you didn't have to like question it or fight for it or do all these things for it. And to be honest, it's just not the case. And so that's why I was like, oh, when I got to that point, by the time I was talking to the therapist, I was like, no, you can't. I was like, I don't believe in that. I think you can. And I think because also I've seen a lot of women in my career excel professionally really well, and they're not married or they don't have children. Obviously, there's some, but I know more that are not, like, don't have families. And so it's like, to me, I kind of got to the point in my life where I was like, oh, I have to pick. It's either like I can really like boss the fuck up and have an amazing job, and I'm probably not going to be married. I'm not going to have a kid. Or I can have a job, and then I can have the balance of both. But I don't know, for some reason, like I said, I didn't think you could have both. And to be completely honest, I'm still not 100% sold.
It's a tough reality.
I think it's just something you haven't seen.
Right.
Yeah, right? And I haven't.
But I don't think that's not something you can manifest for yourself. I feel like if you truly want something, you can have it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to lie and say that it's going to be a one-woman show, because that doesn't exist. That's not even real. Like, you're going to have like a solid support group, solid village.
Yeah.
And that initial adjustment is going to be very, very difficult.
You mean like with a kid?
Yeah. With a kid, even with a mate,
okay.
You know, a partner,
who
like
has to support you and
he
what
has
your
to support
dreams
you.
are.
Yeah, because even, you know, a kid is one thing, but even like being married, that is also a job. You know, catering to your husband. What is it that they want from you? Like, what is it that they would like for y'all? Like, y'all have to date. You have to make time for each other, and
Right.
you know, there's, I guess, different nuances that come under the guise of being married, and people have their own like thing of what they think a marriage is. But I feel like you can do whatever you want and you can have whatever you want. I just think that as long as you know that it requires work and it requires adjustment and fine tuning, that's it. You can absolutely do it.
That was the part that I did have to kind of. When you think about something like potentially going wrong, I am the bitch that's gonna be like, oh my God, the world is over.
You're gonna go wrong.
I'm gonna go left. I'm gonna go left. So in
Yeah.
the event that it does go right, you know, I was prepared because it went left, and I'm also not disappointed. I absolutely hate being disappointed. So for those, I know why I go left. So that is the reason why. I don't obviously want that, and like you said, I think because also the main thing, I'm really sitting here trying to think, and I'm like, I can't think of one person.
Yeah.
Now,
but why can't it be you?
But then it's that, right?
It's like
then
Viola
it is
Davis,
literally
Cicely Tyson,
like,
I mean, I know they had different career paths, right? But like people like that who've stood in these spaces and they've kicked down multiple doors, they didn't really have anybody that they could look at, but they did it. You know what I mean? And I don't feel like you should have to settle. If that is something you want, that's something you can absolutely have for yourself. Just because you haven't seen anybody else do it.
Like literally, there was on the trip, like I said, I was like the planner, and I literally was taking a shower, and I was like, girl, you need to have a kid so you can be somebody's mother, so you can calm the fuck down and stop. Because at one point I was like, well, why wouldn't you eat? If you knew you was leaving at 1 p.m. and you a hungry person, why wouldn't you eat? I was like, because guess who ate? Me. I was like, and I was trifling. I made 2 fried eggs for my damn self.
I mean,
you know you're gonna be hangry.
No, but I literally said, I was like, you've been up since 7 a.m. Also, I was like,
what are you waiting for?
I was like, what were you doing? If you know, like I said, and I'm like, looking, and I am very much like that person. You know, I can be very pushy and bossy, and some people appreciate it. Like everybody else did. Everybody else appreciated it. But I was like, I need to have a kid.
Your pushy and bossiness is not like
it was. I'm not gonna lie, it was really all necessary in this instance.
Like I don't ever feel like you out of pocket with it.
Yeah, it was definitely.
What I mean?
And I could, because at one point somebody was like,
I have
can
a lot
see,
of Leo friends. I feel like I can measure this.
You can, yeah.
Well,
she's like,
also because we know her,
right?
Yeah.
No, but she said I can see the steam coming from your ears, and I was like, because we were about to be late for the boat.
Oh yeah,
and it was
we don't play about boats.
No, we don't pay. We on time. We were literally
and they might have food on the boat.
2 minutes before we were supposed to be there, and we were like, all right, now we're waiting. We're sweating.
We were like that. We were waiting, sweating, but
we wasn't playing about that damn boat, honey.
No, you never will.
When they say 4 hours, like they don't give you time because you're late and didn't eat. Yeah. So I was
and
literally
you gotta
like,
ask for that. If you're late to the boat, you do have to ask, like, can I get a little more time?
Yeah.
And
so that was
nice,
my thing.
yes.
That was my thing, because it was also like, I heard everybody. This was the night that me and May were out till like 5 a.m. So if me and her are downing BC powder at 9 and I'm like, get myself together, you know, like that's why I said I've had so much BC powder like the past 5 days.
Baby, it's been saving the day.
I've never had it before.
I got 15 of them packs,
I've
baby.
never had it before.
Order it on Amazon, honey.
I think
you
I
might
have
need
some
it.
in my like closet because someone like gave it to me for something, but I've never like used it.
She was a
She needs a cute little rebrand.
She was no, hold on, but that mixed with Gatorade, my God. And you know me, when I have a hangover, I have a hangover. Like it does not.
Same. It's debilitating.
It's like, you know how you were like running one day, and I was like, how?
But
like, I don't
bitch,
do
I almost died. Like let's be clear.
I
was hungover, went running, and I was like, I'm not even gonna be able to finish. I need to go back in the house.
No, that with Gatorade. I'm telling you, I took a shower and was like, oh, bitch, you are a brand new bitch. I was like, I cannot. I was like, go off, sis. And we did. And we had so much to drink. It was ridiculous. And I did not have a hangover at all.
I do want to really quick go back though to like something you brought up about like seeing what you want in like your perfect world, just in terms of like your career and like looking at other Black women that are successful, that aren't married or have kids. For me, I feel like within the music industry, and I think I've tweeted this is like one of my DD hot takes, is that I feel like the music industry does not like gay people in leadership roles.
Oh, I remember that.
You did say this.
I agree.
And I think like I've like looked across, I've looked at labels, I've looked in the tech side, I've looked on publishing, and I literally do not see myself
that's the
as
one
someone
industry that's
like
kind of
a
late with it, to be honest.
SVP, VP, head of. Not really.
You want to kick that door down?
So so when I talk about playing chess and checkers and Connect Four, I would love to play chess and like really kick that door down because I have the knowledge.
Right.
Like we grew up in this. Like we've been talking, me and T like been talking about this since we were 18 in terms of like wanting to really be in this music shit and really doing it from an industry perspective and like really like being in it now, but like I'm tired. I'm not that tired to like give up. I ain't trying to give up.
But
like,
no,
it's not that.
It's so.
But I don't see myself.
It's tired. I had a conversation literally today with somebody who I like met her at a thing for Howard I did, and she follows me on Instagram, so we talked through Instagram. I do not know her. Like I've literally met her one time, and she was saying that she was just like she's tired. But keep in mind it's only. I think she's 2 years removed, and I was like, and you can get tired, but you can't stop.
No,
right?
I'm not stopping.
And so it's like I feel like at any stage of it, exactly.
There's
a check, right?
We ain't stopping
Because you can be a year in,
and you're
like,
gonna be good at what I do, but like the whole playing the game, gets tiring.
So okay, this could be. Let me preface this and say this could be very problematic.
Okay,
and the red wine.
You could never offend me.
No, it's not even gonna offend you. To your point, I don't know a lot of gay men or women in leadership. I just thought of two. But again, that's horrible that I could be like,
are they out? Or you just know that they're gay?
I think no, they are. Yes, they are.
I love
it. Yeah, they are.
Because there's a
you
difference
actually know one.
now.
I just thought about. Okay, so no, I actually know not. Okay, I just thought of three. Yes, so they.
But
they
like
are.
now you're like it's like a handful.
Right. But I do.
And
I feel
and you're
like
really in this. So like
there's a lot.
There was a couple of people that I thought about who have kids or who marry women.
A handful.
And
so proving both of you guys' point.
Right, exactly. But I feel like I know, and because I recently had this convo, I feel like I know a lot of men that, to be honest, I thought they were gay and they are not out, to your point.
Right. That's a thing in itself.
Like that's a huge thing
that's
in
a
and
whole
of
other,
itself.
Like,
and so it's like
of it.
I feel like
G's confused.
Yeah, it's like I know a lot. I do. I know.
I'm like, who are these people?
Yeah, it's like I feel like I do. I know a lot of men.
I think what you're about to say is like there are just a lot of men who don't want to associate themselves with being gay because they don't believe that being a gay man you could be in a leadership role within the music industry.
Right, now that part I don't know. Right, no, I'm not saying that. Right,
I think that you're not saying it, but I'm saying that. Like I feel like some of them just are in a facade that they have to portray a certain thing to get what they want.
Yes. Now that goes back to like all the Mean Girl conversations that we have. It is all this like smoke and mirrors and this facade that you think, this role that you have to play.
Right.
That also nobody even cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Nobody
apparently
cares.
somebody does. Since you feel like you got to do it.
But I feel like it's been ingrained. You know, like it's just been ingrained that you're like, oh, I can't be like wear this or look like this or be out or this is my sexual orientation. Like you just think that, and then literally what we've been saying about all of this, like somebody has to be the first or the group. Yeah. Like somebody does have to be the one that is like, okay, whether it be out, whatever. Like I feel like we talk about Santana every single solitary episode.
I mean, but
come on now, lean into the spirit of Santana.
But I feel like I do. I love Santana because
come on.
And that's why I was like, I watched it. Like the video is so cute, by the way. And I was like, who does his makes It looks so
his makeup
damn
always
good.
looks good.
It looks amazing. But I love that Santana is fully leaning into whomever Santana is.
Yeah.
Like that's why I said we keep we keep talking about it, but
Right.
like what he's doing is still unprecedented.
It's
To be
incredible.
like,
Yeah.
even when like Nas, like all of these things, Little Nas X, like all of these things are like, you know, they are pioneers.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. No, for sure. Like, you know, I've seen a Santana like look like him before in Baltimore, but like very specific to where I've seen him. I have never seen that in mainstream before.
Right,
Like,
right.
you know, like fade with the beard, but
Right,
she got on the
right.
pumps and the dress
And the everything.
and I fuck
and
with
even
it.
like Big Frida kind of like walked so Santana could fly, right? But he's been able to take off
Yeah.
and become like popular mainstream culture. Like it's incredible.
Because I think also with Santana, not to say Frida doesn't, but there's a personality there.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
infectious
Right,
that we
For
fell in
sure.
love with, especially during the quarantine.
Yeah.
Even though I think Santana's absolutely a mean girl, but I digress. I was
I
like,
think so.
Yeah, she
something-
been giving Mean Girl.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, I
like,
can see
something.
that.
I was like, Santana is probably so nice, nasty.
Yeah. And
but
I,
like
I think I
cool,
saw
but
that
like
at the
that's
Essence
cool.
when he performed the Essence at the
Yes.
After Dark.
At Essence, I was like, oh my God. Like, he
Yeah.
was great, but it was like, you are going off on these people. like,
Because they did not have his fans when he came off to that
yeah,
side
it
of the
was
stage.
very much like,
He
get
had
them-
3
yeah.
fans on him, and it was
Yeah.
2 that was missing at one point, and he was like, "You supposed to be over here."
Yeah, it was very, very, yeah, it was like, okay.
Where that fan at?
Not
You know I'm sweating.
Who else
Wow.
got to act like that? It's so
Come
cute.
on.
Video,
All
so
right.
cute.
He channeled Beyonce from Crazy in Love.
Crazy in Love, yep.
Shout out to the Queen.
Him and
Channel
Biggie
her
and
after
Faith.
he
I
was
love
talking
the Biggie
about
and
her
Faith.
baby, but okay.
Ooh.
Oh, you know you can't talk about the Queen.
No. Mm-mm.
Cannot.
I just saw Trina's Drink Champs. And,
Oh, that's new?
I gotta
yeah,
watch
it just came out like a
that.
couple days ago.
Oh, I saw a clip from it today. I
And
thought
she
it
was
actually
talking
cool.
about when her and Trick weren't talking for like months because he talked about the Queen on their radio show.
Oh my God, I remember
Wow.
that.
And she said they would come to the show, she would look the other way, like, I ain't talking to him. I was like, I get it. You don't speak
It's
on
the
the Queen
audacity
negatively.
for me.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, well, Beyonce finally released her track list. And I know we don't talk about her, but I do feel like this rollout, I'm not understanding it.
Well,
we
the
don't
first
have
song
neither
is
am
called
I.
I'm That Girl, so you'll
and that
fall in line.
that's the thing that she can, right?
I
but
get it,
we
but-
don't for Beyonce to be so visual. We don't have a video. I don't even love that song. And yes, I went off to it like 3 times when they played it in the club in Turks. Sure did.
But you're in the
But-
club, so you know.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Am
a
I-
different vibe in the
Right.
club.
If I'm putting it on in my car, like no.
I've never listened to it in full. Oh my God, I just said that out loud. Ah!
You've
So-
never listened to it in full?
No, it's too long.
Oh wow.
I did. There were certain parts when I kept hearing, and I was like release the trade. And I was like, what is that from? They're like, and the break. Mine was like, I never heard that song in full. Like, you know?
Wow.
Or maybe when it first came out, the first night, and after that, I was like, I never knew vibration. Never.
Where is the video?
I don't even care, to be honest. Like, where's the rest of the album?
It's still top 10 on Billboard.
I do want to see the album.
Dance
I
or
wanna hear the
overall?
album.
Overall, the song. Overall, number 9.
You won't break my soul.
Go
And
off.
it's going to go up when the video come out.
It is.
Is the video coming?
It's strategy.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to come the date of the album.
Yeah, these videos have been coming a little late. I've been shocked at how late these videos have been coming lately.
I mean,
so.
Booty took a minute, too.
It did.
It
It did. Yeah, that's I said that thinking about that.
Which is good. Honestly, I think people should take a little bit of time.
Get back
We
to
live
that.
in such a gimme, now
Yeah, where, like, I would
culture
never-
where we sacrifice like real creativity,
Right.
real
And
artistry,
having
like
shit
real
live.
good content.
Yeah.
Honestly, like let it live, let it
and
breathe.
it's a good song where, like, honestly, I would never put out a video a week after.
Yeah.
Ever. It's like also rap is a little different. It's something I would never even think about. I'd be like, well, we're not gonna shoot it. Like it's a week after, like, because everybody's attention span is so quick.
So
but I
you're
was actually
still
like
in the
looking
mind
forward
frame
to
of
it.
like, if we release a single Friday, the video is also coming Friday.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe Thursday night
Yeah.
before the audio.
I mean, it also helps with the numbers too. Yeah, that's a big thing. You're getting that YouTube views that goes into
Yeah.
Billboard, so let's do that damn thing.
Couple
That
of
was a good
consumption.
rule that they did. When that rule came out, I was like, oh, that was smart.
I love that Didi knows all of like the facts
Yeah.
that like
Like,
all of the like minutia.
I can sit-
Go
I can
into
sit in a
the
sales
charting.
meeting.
Yeah, you could.
I
That
could
actually
sit in a
needs to
sales
be.
meeting.
Sales
and be
meeting is
like-
important.
Yeah, I
That's
could
the
sit
shit
there.
that matters, honey.
I could sit there and be like, so yeah, radio ain't really with this, but
This might be.
Let's do another version. Let's do a live version on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right.
Look, she's trying to find a job for me, y'all.
I might have a job for you. Like, I'm so serious. I was literally like, you know how the white lady with all the things moving around?
Right, like literally.
I was literally over here like,
it's the Pythagorean theorem and shit.
I was like, I'm like this.
I mean, like me and like Billboard is like insane. Like how much I actually pay attention to it is actually annoying.
Wow. I love that. I'm teach me your ways.
It's really cool.
Like right now, look, Harry Styles is #1 for 10
What's
weeks.
his song?
As it was.
It's so funny. I don't know.
I've heard that song so many times, but
I think I've heard it. I heard it when it first came out. I can't sing it. I don't know.
Him and Adele's like the only two artists that have
any
10
Harry
weeks
Styles
at #1 in like the last like 5 years or something crazy like that.
Oh wow! See, there you
because
go
everything's so quick now.
Yeah.
Everything's so quick.
No, Harry Styles has one album that is amazing. So I don't even know the name of it.
Probably. I just
But Harry Styles
don't. He
has an
hasn't made it
amazing
into
album.
my
The one with Watermelon
I'm
Sugar.
not his
No,
core
before that.
demographic.
Oh,
It's giving tertiary
self-titled.
over here.
I don't know. I just know the song. It's called "Meet Me in the Hallway." That's my favorite song.
I don't even know that one.
Yeah, it's like a deep album cut. It
Yeah,
wasn't even a
literally.
single.
Then it
That
sounds
you
like a
listen to it.
Weekend song. As it was.
Okay, maybe I did hear this when I was at
Well, it's also
when
we
I was
don't-
at the Grove.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't listen
it
to the
makes
radio.
sense.
Like
You were in
I
the
don't.
mall.
I don't listen to Z100. So like
Me neither.
I don't. You don't
I'm not.
know.
It would be hard for Harry Styles music to reach a person like me.
Yeah, I'd purposely listen
A woman
to it.
like me.
You're not gonna hear it. Like
I'm
not
gonna hear it. It's not gonna
So-
find me.
I was not really into pop recently, but then I was like I got cool
kinda
with like
like
our
pop
pop editor at
music,
work.
though.
And she was like going through like my homepage and was like no pop at all. It was like all rap and R&B. And she was like, listen to this playlist. I feel like you will like it. And I listened to it. I was like, oh, let me get back in my pop bag for a second. And so that's when I started like really paying attention on like what was actually like the top songs right now. And it was all like pop shit from people I would just never listen to.
Yeah.
I just took a day and
I
just,
would
like,
never be a self-proclaimed pop girl.
No,
like,
I am
it's
not.
hard.
I used
Me
to
neither.
be.
I enjoy pop music, but I just be very, very late to shit. Like it literally
like at that point, it got to
has
be a hit.
Yes,
Right.
like Dua Lipa, that shit. And that song had been out, and I was like,
Yeah.
I want
Levitating.
you. Like, damn,
Yeah.
you
You already know, yeah. And right, that's like
But
a
it
song.
was like a year later
and
that
is
it
it
found
weird
me.
that I'd be like, that's not pop? Like, I feel like, because like, it is obviously because it's popular
The
music.
longest #2 ever.
Look at you, see with the facts. But once you start putting
song,
the
okay?
baby, once you start putting the baby and like all these other
Right.
rappers
But
on it, it's like,
I like the song without the baby.
Right.
But I
Yeah.
think that was how
Don't
the
get
song
me
was able
started.
to find
you
me,
exactly
unfortunately.
because they put
The
put
week
a
that
rapper
shit
on it,
happened, she
exactly.
should have took his ass off that song and made a statement about it, and it would have went #1. But here I am,
Yeah.
See, Snapple facts.
5 weeks later. Like, first week, take his ass off.
I count.
The more you know.
The more you know. Well,
T really gonna lean into this after this, y'all.
what?
Me and my sales
Yeah,
Snapple
I am.
facts.
I also know. I teach me your
might
ways.
need a
I need to
sales
like
role.
wake up and be like,
All right, I
let
got
me
you.
check.
I got
like,
a Twitter
seriously,
account
just-
for you.
Yeah, exactly. I follow like data chart and all that.
Okay.
But teach me your ways, child. I almost want the quote to be the one that I said before.
Yeah, I thought that's
bring
what
it
it was.
back.
That
to
is
be
the
honest.
quote. Yeah, I can't because I
Yeah.
didn't screenshot it, but that is the quote. I think
Yeah.
just like everybody knowing you can't really, you can't multitask.
You can.
borrowing
it's not
time.
the most efficient.
Yeah.
But you can.
And it's okay. Also.
And that's okay.
It's
Because
okay.
it's how you are able to navigate, get through. Like, sometimes you have to do more than one thing at one time.
Yeah.
Right.
It's life.
Yep, I love it.
I love it.
Well, until next time.
Yeah.
Cheers to the girls' weekend. That's all we
I
can
know
say.
that's right. Come on, Nene.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.